What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new series on the channel called JP Reacts. So I kind of wanted to shift gears a little bit. I've been seeing a bunch of videos online and I'm kind of like, I wouldn't say felt some type of way, but like I felt some type of way about some of the content I've been seeing. So what's a better way to give my opinion on certain things that I see than to have reaction videos? So the video that we're gonna watch today is by Mark Bone, and the title of the video is "Why You're Not Getting Hired." Before we jump into this video, if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you want to see more videos like this. Let's set a like goal. Let's set a like goal for the very first JP Reacts. Let's set a like goal. I want to. Can we hit 10 likes for this video? If we get 10 likes for this video, I'll give you guys another reaction right after this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the video. Just real quick preference as well. I did skip around a little bit. I'm not gonna watch the entire video because some of it was just like man, just talking. So I'm really just gonna skip forward to the parts that I think are interesting, and we'll start from there. So let's go.
But transitioning, let's talk about what isn't working for you. The first thing that I hear a lot of people saying is that their cold emails aren't working. And it's not that cold emails don't work, it's just that I think you're sending the wrong type of cold emails. So often people will reach out to me and say, hey, here's my DP work, here's my music reel, it's great, I've won some awards. Why don't we work together? And this is all about you. I have to then begin to think how you could benefit my work creatively. If you're emailing someone, it should always be with a solution. You should look at their business, look at their work, and provide a few ideas of how your unique skill set could benefit them. And if you don't hear back from them, write another email with another solution. So if you're a cinematographer, look at the client's work, see some areas that you feel could be improved. Don't criticize them in the email, but suggest how your work could enhance that and suggest some ideas of how you...
Okay, so with that specifically, I do agree to the point, like if you're going to cold email, well, first and foremost, I don't suggest cold emailing people to like say, hey, like I can help you. If you're gonna do anything, I would say first and foremost, try to connect with them as a person, because no one wants to be bombarded with a bunch of messages about like, oh yeah, I can help you do this and a third. But if you do choose to cold email people just randomly, I would say the best way to go about it is to, like he said, like offer a solution to whatever they're doing, or say like, hey, this is my work. Like if you have any, I see that, this is something that you're doing or trying to do, or this, that, and the third, or what are some projects that, I can help on, or blah, blah, blah. Like show interest in not just, getting work, but helping them specifically. So to that point, I think that was a pretty okay point. I do agree with that point. But other than that, let's continue.
Getting onto set. My first point is your time is not your own when someone is paying for it. So often I see people on their phone or talking about their past projects, or the thing that annoys me most, sitting there talking to the talent or the other crew members, rather than being front-footed and proactive on how you can improve the day. The people who I love to work with most are attentive to my needs as a filmmaker. I think of an AOD student, Danny Soto. When he was on set, he hung by our side and made sure we had everything from new lenses when we needed to do a lens swap, to water when we were hot in that Florida environment, to just making sure and asking, hey, is there anything else I can get for you? This is the type of person that we'd hire. And because of that, I can highly recommend Danny to anyone on set, because I know he is attentive to the need.
Okay, to that point, I kind of, I halfway agree with what he's saying. If you're going to be, while you're at work, focus on work. No one wants you to be distracted with what you're doing as far as like working. This is no disrespect to that gentleman that he was talking about. I think his name was Danny. No disrespect to him. No, I'm not saying anything about Danny, specifically about that young man. Hanging, like hovering, or not everybody will appreciate you hovering around and trying to, I guess, find something to do. Every second of every minute of that production, there will not be something to do. Every second, there will be times where you sit, stop, and watch. Especially if you're if you're not a DP, if you're not a director. And the only reason that you would recommend Danny is because he got you water when you were hot and he was always catering to you. That kind of draws the question of like, why did you hire him in the first place? Did you just need like if he's a PA, if he's a production assistant, he's a production assistant. Or if you just need an intern to get you water, you just need an intern to get you water. But like, if that's the only reason, like there has to be more reasons that you were send Danny to somebody or recommend Danny for something. Like, it's not that he showed up on time. He added, a different level of thinking to the film that made such a huge difference. It was that he got you water and he kind of sounded like he catered to your every need. He was just trying to find something to do to like get in your good graces. So that little weird to me, but I kind of get it because who wouldn't want someone to cater to them? But nevertheless, let's continue on to the next part of the video.
Frictionless. This is something you want to be for your clients. And this is not just in the way that you're on set, but everything from how you write your emails. Are they succinct? Are they quick? Are they efficient? And this friction goes all the way into post-production. I've made the mistake in the past of when I've been licensing different assets for my projects, I haven't looked into the details of the library I've been using. And in turn, there's that last minute moment where you're either asking the client for more money to license that footage, or in turn, you have to eat the cost.
I do think you should be some type of frictionless. Be really, like you said, succinct with your emails. Be thorough. I think that's the word I would use. Make sure you're being thorough about what it is that every single part of the production needs, down to camera, lightings, bodies, food, music, post-production. If you need to go buy a specific LUT or you need to location scout, make sure that you're thorough with everything you're doing.
My next point is showing up without any gear. Now, this doesn't mean that you show up with every piece of gear you own, but if you're perhaps a camera operator, take it upon yourself to show up with a shoulder rig or a camera sack or a monopod, or at least ask these questions ahead of time. Your goal is to take the burden off the film team as much as possible. Now,
that I do not agree with whatsoever. If you see here, it says get ahead of their needs. Don't wait for the production/director to tell you what to bring. Be productive and pre-visualize the project. All right, when it comes to, I guess, bringing your own gear as to a production, that production should be paying for that gear, period. You should not rent out your stuff to any production for free, period. If anybody expects you to bring your own gear to a production and they didn't pay for you to bring that stuff, don't bring it. Absolutely do not bring it. That is bad advice. That is terrible advice. That's just how you get taken advantage of. Because say for instance, something of yours breaks. There was no writing. You didn't get the rental fee to be able to pay the insurance to get it fixed or replaced. So you're coming out of pocket to buy an entirely new whatever you brought. God forbid you bring a camera. Do not. Woo boy, I'm getting heated. I'm getting triggered. That triggered me.
and ask sometimes if you could rent out some of that gear to production, but don't make that your goal. If you already own a tripod, bring it out. Who cares if you can make...
If you have a Sackler tripod, you rent that thing out. Don't just bring it. No, them tripods is way too expensive just to be bringing to any shoot. Absolutely not.
For $20 that day. I gotta compliment my guy Danny again. He's always asking us, is there any other gear that you need today? And he'll work deals, or he'll ask friends for favors, or he will show up with his gear. And when we can, we try to give Danny a kit rental for that gear. But when people show up empty-handed and just expect me as the director to have provided everything that they need to accomplish their job, that's where I tend to not want to hire that person again.
Okay, so we keep going back to the gentleman Danny. It just sounds like Danny is doing more than he's being asked to, and you're expecting him to do more for you. It's like you may throw him a kit rental. You need to. That's what you should do. I don't believe it's a smart thing to do more than you're asked to do, especially when it comes to your personal equipment. If you expect them to bring their own equipment and you haven't asked them to bring their equipment or offered them a rate to bring their own equipment because you can't afford the rental price, that's where the problem comes in. So to this point, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. And anybody that expects you to bring your own gear and they haven't asked or offered to rent out that equipment, don't do it. That's not a production. That's not a person you want to work for, because all they're doing is taking advantage of you, period.
I don't really care who you are once we're on set. And if you're coming in with the expectation that I would treat you differently because of that, you need to check that at the door. This doesn't give people the...
What do you mean you don't care who they are once they... I think he means to say, I don't care about your achievements. I don't care about what you've done outside of this. I think that's what he's saying. I think so. But let's continue.
To treat you poorly, but check the ego at the door. We're all equal on the film set. We all need to be coming with the same attitude and the same energy that we want to make this project better. And just because you got a Vimeo staff pick or you feel like you're more creative than the directors that's on set, your job, again, is to come with solutions, come with a good attitude, and make sure that every minute you're there is to benefit their...
So I don't believe that, and I don't think you believe that either. The director is the director for a reason. The DP is the DP for a reason. The gaffer is the gaffer for the reason, because they're good at what they do. If that person believes they're better than the gaffer or director or whatever person that's in the higher position, you're more than welcome to do like that. Just don't disrespect nobody on set. I think that's what he's really trying to say. Just don't disrespect nobody on set. Don't step on toes. Don't overreach. We hired you for a specific job. Focus on doing that job and doing that job well, then there'll be no issues. So this whole thing of like we're all equal on set, if that was true, you wouldn't expect people to bring their own gear. You would bring all of your gear. Right.
Who really cares what you've done in the past? We care about what's happening right now. Oh, yeah, this is a piece of advice. The clip-on mics. Please monitor the audio on that. I've had some BTS people recently use those, and that audio is bat crazy.
This is a dark moment for me using a clip-on mic.
Unless it's my Sennheiser 3G mics where I can record 2 different channels to protect it, I just don't trust it. Nail your audio.
Okay, yes, nail your audio. But if that's all you got, if that's all you got to work with, that's all you got to work with. Don't let nobody shame you because, I'm sorry. Big screen. Yes, this is something I agree with. Don't monitor. Okay, so this is something that I agree with. Make sure you nail your audio. However, don't let anybody make you feel bad because that's the only thing that you have as far as audio. Just because someone's more privy to a more expensive audio set because that's what they can afford, don't let him put you in a situation where you're going to go buy something that you can't afford because you want approval or he thinks that, this is the way you should. This gentleman typically hates to see lavaliers. He hates them. He hates seeing lav. He hates clip on. He hates them. Okay, cool. That's fine. But at the same time, this is all I have to work with. Unless you're going to provide me with something different, you just got to work with me. So don't let people coerce you or make you think that what you have isn't good enough. Because as long as the audio is clear, yes, we all see the clip-on mics. Yes, we all see the clip-on mics. Yes, we all see the clip-on mics. Are they annoying? Sometimes. But however, they get the job done, which is more important. As long as the audio sounds good, it sounds crisp, and it's synced up properly, who really cares?
Into my next point, go the extra mile when you're on set. I will always remember people caring about the creative, treating the project like it's their own.
That was a very weird way for him to say, I want you to care about what I care about. I want you to feel how I feel about the project. And a lot of people aren't going to do that. Some people will, some people won't. The only thing I do agree with is if you go on set, you're hired for a job, don't step on toes, do your job, stay in your lane, and everything should be cool.
My next point is be flexible on your rate. You're not going to get rich charging your client for parking fee if it's $5. If you're running a production company, you're not going to get rich charging your clients for hard drives. Be creative in these solutions. Or if these are things that you will not budge on, be upfront about them. No one likes getting an invoice that they didn't expect. Have this in your contract up front, or talk to the production, but make it one of your last questions of, hey, will lunch be covered, and can you guys cover parking? I've worked with people where that is one of the first questions they ask, and it makes me think, do you care about this project? Are you passionate about the work, or are you just afraid or more concerned about making a couple extra dollars?
Not everybody's gonna care about what you care about the same way you care about it. And that is okay. The reason that you are hiring a specific person for a specific job is not how much they care about your project the way you care about it. Is because you see something they can add to the project that you want them to add to. And if they want you to cover their lunch, if that's the first thing they ask, cool. That's the only thing they really, if that's what they ask first, that's what they ask first. Like, I don't know why you would want somebody, why do you want somebody to care about a project the same way you care about it? I would want someone to respect the project that I care about by not, by showing up on time, doing your job, do the things that you're asked to do and doing them well. But making someone trying to I guess coerce people to care about something the way you care about it, that's just emotional. Yeah, nah, none of that. Okay, so after watching this video, the things I kind of came away with was he was pushing things that were very, I guess, to benefit him other than him trying to, benefit somebody else. So there's only one comment on here that Mark liked, and the rest of them were pretty much disagreeing with a lot of the points that he made. Well, all being said and done, this was a very good video. I'm going to link the video down in the description so you guys can go watch it for yourself. We always say support the creators of these videos. Y'all go check out Mark's YouTube channel. Let me know down in the comments. Do you agree with some of the things that were said? Do you disagree with some of the things that were said? Let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace.